Hi, welcome to Copenhagen. Thanks for dropping in. Hope everybody is doing well. Today I want to talk about how you can greatly extend the life of your USB light pad. So for those who have never seen a light pad and may not know what they are, this is an A4 light pad, which is the smallest one that we use for diamond painting. And what we do is we put this underneath the canvas and switch it on and it lights up. So it provides light from under the canvas, and that makes the symbols a lot clearer when you're trying to read the symbols. They look a lot clearer with the light behind them, especially if you have a canvas with a lot of dark colours. It makes it a lot easier to see the symbols. So that's why people use them. But there is a problem with them, with these USB ones. The connector where they plug in is extremely fragile and it can break very easily. When you get your light pad, it'll come with a cable like this, and it has the connector for the light pad at one end and a USB connector at the other end. This goes into a USB power supply, maybe for your mobile phone or anything like that, or a power bank. If you have a power bank, it can plug into that. So that is what provides the power. So when you plug it in, and this can be quite awkward, so you can see it's pretty thin, and the first thing to check is how the actual connector is, because we've got one side longer than the other. So make sure that you're putting it in the correct way, or you could damage it. So that's it plugged in, and as I said, this end would go into your power supply, whatever that may be. The problem with this is this connector sticks out quite a bit, and it can quite easily get knocked or bumped, and that can cause the connection to break inside here. The other thing is, if you use it, then disconnect it, then use it and disconnect it, and use it and disconnect it, over time the connector will eventually go. What tends to happen is the light pad starts to flicker when you've got it on, and eventually it just stops working. Now, the other disadvantage of this type of cable is if you've got this plugged into the wall and somebody trips over this cable, it pulls the whole thing off the table, which is more than likely going to break the light pad. So rather than using this connector, I would suggest buying a magnetic USB cable. So just to let you see, these are new ones that I got. I've just got them, so they haven't been opened. So we have two in this pack. So you get the cable or cables. They come in various sort of options from various companies. Price wise, round about, I would say probably between $15 to $20 roughly, but you get more than one cable most of the time. I had a quick look on Amazon.com just to get an idea of prices, and one that I saw, it was $18 for 4 cables. Then I saw $16 for 3 cables, then $19 for 2 cables, $24 for 7 cables, or $20 for 1 cable. So it's definitely worth browsing and just checking to see how many cables you get. Now, you might think I only need 1 cable. These things are actually a lot handier than just for light pads, and I'll explain that. So when you get them, they come with different connectors for different devices. So what you have to do is choose the one that you need for your light pad. So that would be this one. So it's this D connector. They also come with Apple iPhone connector, and they also come with the newer connectors. This one I use on my iPad. So you get 2 of each because you've got 2 cables, and all you do is plug in the appropriate connector. But what I'll do is, because I've got my old cable set up, I'll get one from my old ones. So this is the connector we need, and we plug that into the socket. Again, just making sure that we're putting it in the right way, because the sides are different, and it goes this way. So make sure it's in, and that's it. So now we've got that, and as you can see, it hardly sticks out at all. So if you move this about, the chances of that getting knocked are extremely slim compared to the original connector, which is this length. So you can compare the silver disc to that. So you can see not much chance of anything catching that. This, there is still a chance if you put it in a box or something, there's a chance that could get hit, and it does not take much to break these connectors. So that's the first advantage. Now I'll use the cable I've got plugged in. So this is the same idea as those ones. The connector is slightly different, but they do the same thing. This is a magnet, this is a magnet. And all you do is, it just sticks. You don't have to plug anything in, you don't plug into that part, you just touch it and it sticks to it. So that's you got power, and all you do is touch it, the light pad comes on, touch it again, it's a bit brighter, touch it again, brighter, touch it again, off. If you're using your light pad, so you've got it working, and you've got your diamond painting over the top, you're sitting there working away, and one of the kids runs by, trips over the cable, that's what happens. The magnet disconnects from that magnet, your light pad stays on the table, and no damage done. And then you just connect it back again, and off you go. If that had been a normal cable, like the one that you get with it, somebody comes along, trips over the cable, it pulls the whole light pad over, it lands on the floor, very good chance it breaks. These are extremely fragile inside. So that is the big advantage. You are not swapping or pulling out and connecting every time you want to use it. Or if you decide to keep it plugged in, which some people recommend, keep it plugged in all the time. If you move it off your table and put it somewhere, there's still a chance that connector can get damaged by something knocking against it. The other advantage of these things is the fact that they have these extra. So I have one in my iPad, which I have here somewhere. So I leave this connected into the iPad all the time, and when I need to charge it, I just connect the cable, and that's it charging. I also have one in my phone, I have one in my wireless headphones, I have one in the wireless microphone transmitter that I'm using just now. So we have a few of these cables sort of scattered about, and all we do is when we need to charge our device, it's the same connector for everything. Once you've put the actual connector in your device, everything connects to this. So this cable can be used for any of those things. So we have one of these each side of the bed, so we charge our phones and things at night. So we don't have to like get a connector and fiddle about with the phone and try and like get them plugged in. All we do is just touch that against the connector, and that's it, it's charging. And you know that it is charging, it does have power because it's lit up. These ones light up as well, but it's a smaller light, but again you still see that it's plugged in and you have power. So that's it really. If you're looking for them, if you just search for magnetic USB cables, you will find them. As I said, it's definitely worth looking at the prices and seeing what you get for your money. I did see some USB cables that only actually have one connector, and it was this one. So you were paying for one cable and one connector, so that would only work with one device, and I think that one was $20. I did see another one that was $24. It came with 7 cables and 7 sets of all 3 connectors. So it's definitely worth looking at what you're buying before you hit the button. I would also recommend that you look at the ratings, just to make sure that you're getting a decent quality one that people have tried and said, yeah, this works. But that's it. So it may seem like another expense, but they are extremely handy for your phone, your tablet, your wireless headphones, anything really that needs plugged in. The main thing is, it means that you only need to buy one light pad. Light pads, A4 size light pads, are roughly between $10 to $15 each. And I do know there are people out there that are on their 4th or 5th light pad because they keep breaking. So this totally negates that problem. You never unplug it, it's always plugged in, so no dust can get into the connector and nothing can really hit it. So that is a really good way to protect your investment, and as I said, they are so handy that we use them all the time, and that's why I ended up buying an extra 2. So USB magnetic cables. So USB magnetic cables, a really good way to extend the life of your light pad. Apart from that, I would recommend getting them just because they're so handy. As I said, we have cables beside the bed, we have some set up in the living room, we have one set up in the kitchen, just so that no matter where you are, if your device needs charge, you just turn around, the cable's there, you just connect it. You don't need to go and look for the proper cable for the device, it's already in the device. The other advantage, I did mention it, is the fact that it stops dust going in as well. So if you've got a mobile phone and you have it in your pocket, they can build up lint inside the connector. If you've got your magnetic connector in, it stops that from happening. So just an all-round really cool device, extremely handy. I'm sure a lot of people already use them, but I just thought I would do this video to make people aware of them and how handy they are, and they could save the life of your light pad. So if you enjoyed the video, thanks for watching as always. If you're interested in seeing more unboxings, unbaggings, accessories like this, anything to do with diamond painting, please subscribe and hit that notification button. If you do, you may catch me on a random YouTube live. I do them when I have time, and I really enjoy talking to other diamond painters while I'm working on a project, and we talk about pretty much everything. It's not just diamond painting, and I like to get to know people from around the world. So if you're interested in that and you want to drop in and just chill out for a bit, remember to subscribe and hit the notification button. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching. In the meantime, take care, be safe, and wash your hands.